Matchmaker is turning 50, and we've got something a little different in store for you. Hi, it's Fran Morgan with Fabric Cafe, and I'm your Fabric Matchmaker. Matchmaker has officially hit 50 episodes, and you know, when you get older, you start taking a closer look at things. We never thought we would get this far. Are we gonna keep going? It wasn't easy getting to 50 episodes. Let's take a look back and see where it all started. Our very first Matchmaker episode was on February 15th, 2022. And since then, we have matched 144 fabrics and 3 rooms. I wanted to share just a little bit about why we started this series. So I actually came up with this idea whenever I was still living in San Antonio and working with Fabric Cafe from there. We always talked about, my mom and I, about how people struggled matching fabric and how we were able to develop the 3-yard fabric strategy to make it easier. But sometimes you just needed that little extra boost, and they had a very specific fabric. And so I wanted to be able to help people match what they actually had. Went round and round and said, wouldn't it be cool if we could have them send it in and we could match it up for them and then share it with everyone else and what we learned from their fabric. So once we decided to give the series a try, there was another problem. How were we going to get the fabric swatches? We needed to be able to show you what the series would be like. So those very first episodes were super important, and I started calling friends and other people at Fabric Cafe. We even called Matt Cox of MA Couture Crafting. They all graciously gave me a swatch of fabric and a story about their fabric. But even though I knew the people, I had no idea what fabric they were going to send me. I really had to hunt for matchers and patterns. And guys, these were people I knew and they were my friends, and I wanted to match it well. So that was also a little extra pressure there. I really wanted to have alternate kits so that it would be accessible to everyone watching. For instance, Max sent in a great fabric and we love her fabric and she loves her fabric. I wanted everyone else to be able to have something similar or fabric just like hers so they could make the quilt as well. So that is one stipulation that I put on myself, is to make sure I had that companion fabric, just in case you loved it as much as everyone else. Now, our third episode of Matchmaker was very special. It was a very exciting day in the office because we received an envelope with our very first submission from you, and we were ecstatic. In fact, I even remember getting the envelope and saying, we got a matchmaker, we got a matchmaker. And we all opened it and we all looked at it, and it was so exciting. We got to work right away on what exactly we were going to do with it. We read the story and it kicked the series up a notch. It was so exciting to see all of the fabrics and to read all of the stories. So I have here just a few examples of those very first fabrics that we got in. Laura Lee, Alicia, and Sandy all sent in fabrics. I think their quilts turned out beautiful. And I have to say, I have to thank Sandy because she sent me a little bit of this fabric too for a special project. So I just felt so connected with you guys when you sent in your fabric and I was able to match it. It just felt like I had new friends, and I loved that. Now, since then, we'd gotten so many submissions. All of these folders here, and there's a bunch. These are all submissions that we are working on. And if you've wondered why it takes so long, this is part of the reason. We get new submissions every single day. We still get excited to see it. We still will get one in the mail and we'll go, oh, look at this, it's so cool, and isn't this interesting or different? I also had to organize and figure out the best process to work with all of this so that I don't lose anyone's fabric, that I know exactly where we're going with it. We put them in manila folders with your story and all of your information, and we do organize them. So we try to group them a little bit by theme, and I get lots of help on this, okay? Hannah helps me, Jessica helps me, and Shannon helps me. We be sure and let you know that we received it, and then we start looking for fabric. The very first thing I do is I read what you have to say about the fabric, because sometimes you're wanting to make something very special for someone that you love or someone in memory of, or sometimes it's just a fabric that you've had forever or someone gave you and you love purple and you want to put purple with it, or it's been sitting there so long it's just time to use it. All of the stories are very real and very much things that I connect with. And as a quilter, I understand what it feels like to make the quilt and think about these things. You know, when you first start working with fabric and ordering fabric, it can be challenging. It is very important to me to find just the right matchers. I have even moved a submission to a different video because I couldn't find just the right thing in the right time. And it's super important to me to get something that I like as well. Sometimes we move the fabric positions around. Sometimes we change the pattern. To really feature your fabric, I bend the rules a lot and I do different things. But as quilters, that's what we do, and that's how we get the best thing. To be able to share that I'm just like you whenever I pull my quilts together and we have all of these challenges we're facing, it really helps me understand your challenges, and I really pay attention to what you're looking for as well whenever we're putting all of these together. One of the fabrics I struggled with the most was Rowena's Coca-Cola fabric from episode 26. I wasn't sure what direction to take it in. You know, at first I thought it would be really fun to do a red and white quilt and make it kind of monochromatic. But no matter what pattern and matchers I pulled to go with it, something just didn't feel right. It didn't have the spark that I was looking for. It didn't have enough contrast. And the Coca-Cola fabric seemed to be getting lost. I wanted something fun that showcased the fabric. So then I thought, well, maybe I will pair it with black instead of red and make a red, white, and black quilt. I liked the color contrast that it had, but it still felt like it was lacking something. It just didn't have that playfulness that I think about Coca-Cola as having. Then one day, and you know, this happens more than you realize, I was walking by our fabric shelf. I wasn't even thinking about Coca-Cola fabric. I just walked by the shelf. I went past this bolt of fabric and stopped and took a step back and looked. There was some polar bear fabric. It was like just a rush of inspiration. Polar bears, Coca-Cola, they go perfectly together. I think the final quilt came out darling, and I think it was the perfect pairing, and it gave just the right fun and whimsy that I was looking for. I also put some criteria on myself when picking a pattern, so this was something else that was a little bit challenging for me. I always wanted to pick a pattern from a book because you sent in your fabric. You spent the time to fill out the form, cut your swatch, mail it to me, write down your story. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to give you an entire book of patterns so that you had all 8 patterns to choose from and to enjoy, not just one. You went through some effort, and I want to make sure that I tell you how much I appreciate it by giving you a whole book. Now, when I first started Matchmaker, I didn't really show you the behind the scenes of my first attempts to match the fabrics. But lately, I've started showing you more of this so that you can really see the process that I go through to match the fabrics. You know, there is a lot of back and forth and switching fabrics and switching patterns, and so I have all of these files. I am sharing that with you more lately, and what do you think about this? Do you like this edition? Do you want to see more of this? Or you prefer that just to see the final versions? I would love to hear. Now, we also did a really unique video where we matched quilts to rooms in your house. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this episode, and I had to think about it a little bit differently than I normally do. Did you see this episode? What did you think about that format? Would you like to see more of that? I would love to share more if you want to see more. The other thing I really love about Matchmaker is you and your stories. You guys are the most caring people. You make so many gifts, so many donation quilts, and so many things for other people. It just makes my heart feel so happy that you're doing great things with your quilting. You're sharing your love of it. And you know, sometimes we get one where you're making one for yourself, and I give you a little applause because I think that's fabulous as well. Now, I wanted to take a minute and share some of my favorite matches that I've made. Now, don't get me wrong, I love seeing all of the fabrics and reading all of the stories, but I do have some favorites. And you know, it would take a long time to talk about all 144 matches that we've made. So I just pulled some highlights and some of the ones that I really loved. Mimi sent in a poinsettia fabric that's on a black background. And you know, this one also was just a tad challenging because I wanted it to still be bright and happy. And then when we put it in It's a Snap with this other black and gold fabric, I thought it just turned out striking. I absolutely loved the combination and thought it was fabulous. And then Anne sent in some Easter bunny fabric. Now this really reminded me of the little gummy bunnies that you get at Easter time. I thought they were so cute and they were such bright fabrics. And I ended up putting this with a stripe fabric, and that stripe is in the half square triangles. And I love the way it fell and made the movement in the diamond in this. I just was so excited whenever I finally saw it and put it together. Now, Linda sent in some book fabric, and I think a lot of us really liked this one. This is great fabric, Linda. We put this in Elegance, and I loved this. Number 2 fabric in this, it had like pages, so it still had that light tone for a number 2. Then we used the brown for the borders around the blocks, those little circles. And to me, it looks like a little cubby bookshelf with all these books lined up in the cubbies. I thought it turned out fabulous. Absolutely loved it. Now, Carla sent in this blue floral, and I didn't have an immediate direction in mind on what to do with this. But as I worked with it and we put this larger green floral with it in the Urban Chic pattern, the combination of the two was just so pleasant and definitely one of my favorite quilts that I've done. Now, Marion sent in some tropical birds. Remember whenever I mentioned that we had to move a quilt one time, or actually it's happened multiple times because I was looking for just the right thing? Marion's quilt was one of those. I was really sure that I could find just the right things and just the right pattern. So I took the time I needed to get it right. And I think it turned out amazing. I loved it in this pattern because it's a nice big block so that you can really see the birds. And I think 2 and 3 fabrics really accentuated it without taking away from it. So I think it turned out just gorgeous. All right, Cheryl sent in these black and white circles. And you know what? This is one of those fabrics when you get it in, you're like, oh yes, I love this. This is so cool. We got to do something with this. And we were able to put it together with a turquoise. And I think it's so much fun. It looks kind of vintage. It looks kind of modern. It's got a lot of movement. And this is my kind of fabric, Cheryl. It's amazing. I love the way this one turned out. I am always drawn to those big, bold fabrics, but I have found great joy in some surprising fabrics. I have fallen in love with new colorways that I hadn't thought about until I worked with your fabric. And I love getting to see pictures of your finished quilts. I feel so honored when you take the time to make the quilt with the fabric that I helped you match. It feels so good, and it's so fun to see these fabrics come to life. 50 episodes is quite the accomplishment. So the question is this the end? Have we accomplished enough? No, this is not the end. It is only the beginning. There is still need for a fabric matchmaker, so I'm going to keep on helping where I can. Thank you for all of your support over the years. It really means a lot. I'm so grateful that I can give you inspiration to turn those trouble fabrics into finished projects. If you would like to see where this all began, then be sure to watch the video that pops up. It's Fran Morgan, your fabric matchmaker.